Hey everybody, how's it going? It's me, your guy, Mikigai, and today we are going to be talking about something a bit different than what I usually do here on the channel. Um, Usually when I post anything on here, it's very much on the positive side. I like to be supportive of the Hololive community, so I usually just make content that is positive and happy, stuff like that. But I do think what we're talking about today does need to be addressed and talked about, so, as everybody who's deep in the community knows, Depressed Nousagi has had a bit of controversy that's come up. So, all I know, just so you guys know, the only information I know is from his video of him addressing the situation, as well as from Falsei, who is where I heard the initial report from, and that's pretty much all I know. So I'm not like an expert on the real situation. So if any of you guys have like better insight into what's going on here, and maybe you have information that people may not know about, feel free to post it down below respectfully, of course. But yeah, so Depressed Nosagi, who I think many people would consider before this event, I think everybody would consider him a very important figure in the Hololive content creating community. I know many people, many of you guys have recommended me his videos to react to, and I have seen some of his videos, outside the channel and all that. And he makes good content. He's very much a historian, a very intelligent person here in the Hololive community. So for what had come out uh, about the potential doxing of Hololive VTubers and stuff like that. That's not really what we're going to talk about today. I'm not here to say anything negative or oust Nosagi in any way. My main point of what I wanted to discuss is more about the issue of the doxing itself. So we know it's around. People just want to reveal information, and whether it's true or not, we do know that there's a demand for people who want to have information leaked from Hololive Talents, and that's the thing that I wanted to talk about with you guys. Um, assuming assuming that all the information is correct and Nosagi may or may not have leaked very sensitive information or not. The point is there was a demand for it, right? You wouldn't, for example, he had it on his, I think he had it on his highest tier on Patreon, right? If I'm remembering correctly. And you obviously, you don't put that out there just because. You put it out there because there is a demand for that. There are people who do want that information, right? And that's what I want to talk about. I think the most important thing is privacy, especially when we're talking about VTubers. There are obviously people who are fine showing their appearance, right? Someone like Kason, for example, who has shown her IRL uh, person, outside of her VTuber. But when it comes to other talents or Hololive as an agency and all that, we should be respecting our VTubers' privacies. If you think about it in this way, they do all of this. They do all so much for us, right? They do all these streams that we enjoy. They make wonderful music. They do all these collabs and stuff. Um, and I think at the very least, what we can do is respect their privacy, right? I know it's not like we can rid ourselves of the sensitive information that's out there. But I think us as the community, as the fans and supporters of Hololive Talents, I think it's important for us to at least try to mitigate this type of behavior. I understand that people get curious about their Hololive Talents, the people they follow, the people they support, and they just want to know more. It might not come from a malicious place, but uh, sensitive information gets leaked very easily. And I think it's very important for us as the community to uphold their privacy in that matter. You know, it's the very least we can do. You know, even I get curious about, you know, the past lives of the people we follow and support here in the Hololive community, right? Because obviously they were doing stuff before joining Hololive, whether that was making content on YouTube or streaming on Twitch. I think there is a natural curiosity to kind of like know more personal information about someone. But we have to remind ourselves that, you know, the relationship between us, the viewer, and those of the Hololive Talents is strictly that of entertainer and fan, and we shouldn't really divulge from that. But that's just my opinion, honestly. But another thing is when we, you know, when we allow or condone for actions like doxing and really revealing personal information get out there. To me personally, it feels disrespectful to the talents, but more importantly, it puts them at risk. Right. The last thing I think any of us wants is for, you know, your favorite Hololive talent to be stressed out because someone has their personal information and they might even be stalking them or doing something horrible, right? You know, and I think none of us want to see that kind of toll being taken on these talents that work so hard to entertain us and provide awesome content and, you know, make all their dreams come true and all that. So I think it's really on us, the community, to, you know, be supportive when these situations come about. You know, remind each other that we do not condone this type of behavior because we understand the potential risk it can bring to the talents that we so much adore. And we do not want them to be stressed out or even think about retiring just because of a situation like this where the information is leaked and their lives are put at risk for one reason or another, right? Now, when we're talking about Depressed Nousagi, you know, like I said, all the information I know about what's going on is pretty much from the Fall Side reporting as well as Nosagi's video that he uploaded addressing the situation, right? So I'm not going to make any initial or quick judgments because, you know, honestly, I don't have the full story. I'm pretty sure nobody has the full story, right? So I'm not here to make judgments, point fingers, or shame anybody. I'm just here to address, to remind everybody that yes, this issue exists with our talents, and that their information is trying to be leaked, you know, from different sources potentially, you know, and it's up to us to monitor that kind of stuff and kind of say, you know, that's wrong. We don't want that because it puts our talents at risk, and we want them to be happy. You know, they work so hard for us, right? And it's up to us to support them any way we can, whether that's from viewership, whether that's from positive engagement in social media, whether that's with your wallet, right? Any way we can support them and recognize all the hard work they do, I think that's a great thing for us to do, especially in times like this, right? No one expected a situation like this to come out, but then again, nobody really expects any any depressing or intense situation like these to come out. So with that said, I do want to say that I love being a VTuber, and for me, it's just more about fun than it is about privacy or anything like that. You know, I had a previous channel before this one that unfortunately got shut down, but on that channel, I just showed my face. You know, the only reason I'm a VTuber is because I think it's fun. You know, I think it's really fun to just have this animated avatar, right? So that's for me personally, and I love being part of the rabbit hole. I love being part of the Hololive community. I still consider myself still pretty new to all this, but I really enjoy it. I really love it a lot, and that's thanks to you guys. You know, you guys who are so supportive and make such great recommendations about what I should be watching and stuff like that, and, you know, asking me questions and stuff like that. So I really appreciate all that you guys do, and that's really all my thoughts on this situation. I didn't want to bring up anything negative. I didn't want to shun anyone. It's just I do want to address these issues as a whole, just so people know that anybody's trying to bring up these issues. So with that said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this little talk we had. Please feel free to leave comments down below. Of course, I don't want anything like, don't be too brutal or harsh here, you know. Let's be respectful in the comments, all right? But with all that said, thank you guys for listening if you made it all the way this far in the video. And with that said, I wish you guys a wonderful day, all the love, and peace.